All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the last game of the night. We have the Fairview Aggies JV taking on the Cold Springs JV team. And Fairview is going to be the home team tonight on the scoreboard, and Cold Springs is going to be the guest. Right now, the officials are getting together. We have both cheerleading squads coming out. I'm joined here at half court with Wes Black. He is here with me tonight. Also, hey, we appreciate our people bringing us they tonight from Dairy Queen here. Ty
Absolutely.
Watwood's taking care of us. I think that's our pay over here. So pays us. They got tired of hearing us talk about that. So again, I have my food here, and
Little Dairy Queen.
we appreciate it, Dairy Queen. Right now, they're meeting with the captains, and then we're going to be getting started. Fairview's junior varsity head coach is Tim Fulmer, and again, when you've been around West Point a long time, been around Cullman County sports, Tim Fulmer and I played ball against each other. He went to Bayleton, and I went to Jones Chapel, and we have grown up playing against each other, and he's still coaching, and I guess I wasn't any good, and that's why I'm sitting over here broadcasting. and he's still coaching. But now Tim and I, we played against each other. Then he went on to Fairview, and I played at West Point. So good guy, and we appreciate him. He is coaching there, and his assistant, David Martin, the varsity coach, is there with them. They also have Bryson Fletcher, who is a former Fairview Aggie, the bookkeeper, Veda Wolf, and video film crew, Angela Fulmer. So they've got their stuff listed, so we'll give them a shout-out. Ty, can y'all hear their announcement pretty good? I'm just going to be quiet and let you hear them. Well, all right, everybody. Right now, we're about to get started with the last game of the night. We have the Fairview Aggies, and they're going to be taking on the Cold Springs Eagles. I'm joined right here. We've got Wes Black over here still finishing his food, and we've got the principal at Fairview, Dr. Chris Gambrell. He is joining us here, and he's going to be doing some play-by-play with us right now. So, Chris, what's up?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about play-by-play. This is my first shot at it, but we'll give it a stab and see what happens here.
Well, we look forward to a good game here tonight from both of these teams. It's everybody right now. We're just glad to be able to play a tournament right now.
Oh yeah, listen, it's day to day right now. So any games we get in, I think it's kind of a blessing for our kids. So I'm happy to see us out here.
I think so as well. All right, Fairview's running their offense. Cold Springs playing their matchup zone here. Three-point attempt goes up for Fairview, no good. Rebound by number 3 for Cold Springs. That's Matt Williams. Fairview looks like they're playing man-to-man. Cold Springs running a weave offense. Good defense by the Aggies. Right now, the pass is picked off by the Aggies. Number 2 shot goes up and good. That basket right there by Nicholas Gregory, a freshman for the Aggies.
I think Coach, we're pretty happy about our defensive stand right now. They look like they're playing fairly well. I say that now. Coach Springs on the move now.
3-point attempt up, no good. Ball's rebounded by Gregory. Gregory, freshman, that's pushing the ball up the court. Shots up, no good. Rebound by number 5, Mason Gable. Ball's thrown away there. Cold Springs back in their half-court defense here. Fairview's throwing in the ball in front of a Cold Springs bench.
Coach, who's coaching for Cold Springs? I don't know if I know.
I don't have his name.
Isn't that crazy? I asked you that and put you on the spot.
I don't know him. I know he's actually, I think, their cross-country coach as well. I can't remember his name.
Well, you and I have been around so long, we feel like we should know everybody, but these new guys, we're not as familiar with them, I think, as we should be.
No. Both sides getting after it pretty good. Fairview tries to take it to the basket. Shots up and good. Great basket there by number 24, Landon Smith, freshman. Chris was talking about this. It takes a while to get adjusted to this big court.
Listen, I don't think people understand how difficult it is to shoot into about 1,000 empty seats and just the depth perception alone. So.
And that's what I told Dr. Black a while ago. We were talking about it. I said, and then you're a guy sitting on the bench or a girl, and you come in after about a quarter of sitting there, basket's up, and he misses it, rebounds, puts back, but he gets fouled there. Number 30 is going to the free throw line for Cold Springs, Landon Bishop. But it makes it even more difficult, doesn't it? If you hadn't been out there getting warm up or shoot or anything, and you come in cold.
Right, and I'll say this, I think it's a huge advantage for our varsity teams are able to make it here in regional play, just to get some experience on these courts because most schools are not exposed to this type of a facility at any point, you know. So it's a huge advantage for our varsity teams. But hey, it's a good experience on a college court. Getting to play on something many of them will never get to play on outside of this, and and I think they enjoy it. And I think Wallace, hey, for letting us do this stuff, it's kind of enjoyable for the kids.
I do too. Bishop made 1 of 2 on the free throws there, and then number 24 for Fairview, Smith, was able to get the rebound. Shots up, no good. Big strong rebound by 22 there for Fairview.
Yeah, Cooper's fighting for the ball. I'll give him that.
Fairview keeps it alive there. Now they're going to set the ball back out front. Bringing it back out, Jaden. And good strong move there to the basket right there, number 32, Antonio Gambrell. I noticed the same name. Isn't that your nephew?
That's my nephew. Antonio came into our family about a year and a half ago. So he's a joy to be around. It's kind of cool to see him. He never played a lot of organized sports before he came to Fairview. So watching him get here participate is pretty cool. Hey,
well, right there, he must have been hearing you brag on him because he was getting after it well, but he forces a timeout call by Cold Springs. So right now it's 6-1 Fairview with 3:44. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and go to a commercial. quarter. Fairview with a slight lead here, 6-1 over Cold Springs. It's going to be actually Cold Springs ball, throwing it in front of Fairview bench. But again, it's a great opportunity for these kids to play here, these JVs. But you brought up a good point. These varsity teams, Wallace has been hosting a lot of play dates down here. Antonio with a big steal there.
There you go.
Coast to coast, goes up.
My goodness.
And he misses a little bit too strong. But, hey, he's back after it again. Jump ball forced by Fairview. Good hustle there by number 12 for the Aggies, Carson Jones. It's going to be Fairview ball thrown in front of their wholesale subs here, bringing in 5 different guys.
Yeah, this bunch, I think I call this our football group. These guys can play, though. We got some great athletes, but a lot of these guys they came in late after a good football season, so they've got acclimated throughout, so they're good guys. They'll play hard.
Well, you brought in a good point there. They came in late. Y'all went so deep in the playoffs this year. Was a great job the way y'all did. But, I think winning helps go in every sport. When you win in football, you go into the basketball, I think that leadership kind of follows you.
Oh, yeah. I was telling somebody earlier, it dictates everything that we do, the community, everything. And I don't know, elevates the pride of the school and everything going on.
I've said this before. It's amazing when you're winning how the school goes so different. The morale of your people around and everybody is so different. Good hustle. You're right. This bunch is getting after it.
Yeah, they're go-getters. I tell you what, if I were coaching, which I didn't coach. I never coached much in my life, but I want guys like this. I mean, both sides. I'm talking about from Fairview because I know them well, but I just want guys that's going to bust it and give me everything they got.
So number 3 is Frost. I see his name. Yeah. I recognize him very well.
Yeah, I noticed a while ago the first thing he did when he came in, he's got a charging call, but that's when your tailback comes through the middle. But he's quite an athlete, and he's going to be he's a gamer in everything he does.
Has he been a basketball player the whole time?
He didn't play last year. Played baseball. He does football, baseball, and track. So this year he gave up basketball and took baseball and gave up and took on basketball. So he's but I'm just going to tell you something. I want people to know. And
3-point attempt there by Fairview. Great make there by Bailey.
It's something I think you could talk about the Fairview kids, and I'm sure if Coach Springs principal is here right now, we're fortunate. These are just good kids. I mean, I can tell you every kid on Fairview's bench they're just quality kids. And I'm fortunate to work with them. I know you are at West Point. I think kids get a bad rap sometimes, but these are top-notch kids.
We are, and we're blessed in Cullman County, and we talked about that. They throw it down inside to the big man. Shots up, no good, gets his own rebound. Cold Springs is going to be called with a foul. And then it's number 34 for Fairview. It's going to be going. That's Bradley Smith. He's going to go to the line. Does Smith play football?
Yeah, Smith's a football player. What's crazy about Smith is, and I don't give him a shout-out here, he's a football, basketball guy. He's going to probably do a little bit of track, but he works at Walmart probably about 30 hours a week. So, these kids, they do a lot of stuff these days. I mean, I got kids working and doing, and they keep their grades up, and they work hard on and off the court. So these are people we should be proud of.
Those are the ones we celebrate that are doing it the right way, and the work ethic and doing those kind of things. That's the ones I really think a lot. When it comes to recommendations for things, that takes a lot of consideration there.
That's it's you can talk about their character and the things they do, but you start looking at the work ethic that some of these kids have. And I tell you, to play high school sports now, work ethic alone, just to play a sport, you've got to commit.
You do. Well, Cold Springs throwing in the ball right now in front of Fairview's bench right now, 10-1. Fairview with the lead. Cold Springs got several new guys into the game, too, as well. They had made some subs. Frost pokes the ball away. I have nightmares about Frost from West Point. Last year, we're going to win the game against y'all. We snap the ball, it goes wild, and I believe was he the one that picked it up?
He's the one that picked
runs it back for a touchdown as a ninth grader. Is he a 10th grader now?
He's a 10th grader this year, yeah.
But it's going to be a beast he is a beast of a player, but by the time he finishes, he could have a whole lot of records.
Yes. He could And what's crazy is, he's really into track too, but he's just so fast. So he's not a one-sport guy, and that's in our systems, the schools that we have, we need multi-sport guys.
Cold Springs going to be called for an illegal screen there. Number 22, Josh Winfrey. Number 5 entering the game right now, Mason Gable. Right now for the Cold Springs Eagles, you've got number 1, Zane Brown in the game. Number 5, Mason Gable. You've got number 3, Matt Williams. And number 30, Landon Bishop. Fairview's being patient with the offense with this group. 3-point attempt up again by Bailey.
There you go. I think that's a couple he's hit.
That's his second 3 of the night. Fairview's going after the full tread. Oh, right now it's aggressive in both groups. Ties it up there on the ground. Bailey play football?
No, I don't think Bailey plays football. Isn't that funny? I got so many kids kind of like you. I lose track of them, and that's embarrassing. But I don't think he's one of my football players.
Is he kin to Luke Bailey at all, or do you know?
I don't know. Luke was quite the player.
Yeah. The ref's trying to talk to him a little bit. It's got a little bit chippy there, but it's both sides just getting after it. Good sportsmanship and everything by both of them, but they're just getting after it, playing ball.
I don't think either one of those kids had a problem with each other. They just, like you say, they're hustling.
Yep.
But I think good job on the referees. You got to always side that way just to make sure.
Now you called ball for several years. You said you didn't coach, but you called ball for several years.
Yeah, that's a long. I think when I called, everything was still in black and white. So that was pre-color days.
Oh, good pass inside.
Good look.
Good look. Oh. Good block, though. Recovery by Smith. Cold Springs tries to get the ball, but Frost runs it down with that hustle.
Now look at Goble's shoe coming off. Dwayne Adams would have cut my leg off if our shoe came off.
Smith with the ball inside, goes up. He's going to be going back to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Smith going to the line again. This will be his second batch of free throws. Right now, 13-1 Fairview with 32 seconds to go, a little strong. Shot goes up, no good.
Yeah, good hustle.
Hey, Smith gets his own rebound, goes back. Shots up, no good. Got his rebound again. Shots up and good.
I guess first you don't succeed, right?
Yep.
Hey, listen, it's a good hustle.
Then if Cold Springs there, you got to get those offensive rebounds is what you can't give up like that. And they gave him about 3 different opportunities.
Yeah, eventually it's going to bite you. So they just got to box out a little bit better, work a little bit harder. But, it's just sometimes the way the ball bounces too.
You don't know in this tournament who's playing, who's not playing with people out with sickness and different things. Holly Pond had to forfeit today, couldn't play, and they had some injuries and some sickness or whatever, and they couldn't play. And we don't know what this tournament's going to be like in the varsity all the way through, right. what could happen.
Hey, this you may not see some of these guys on the court next time. It's so crazy.
Yep.
So.
That's 3-pointer attempt up again, no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Fairview 15 and Cold Springs 1. We're now going to go to a word from our sponsors.
The 2022 Cullman County Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Happy Homes, Jack's Foodland, and Hygienics. The 2022 Cullman County Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Happy Homes. The 2022 Cullman County Basketball Tournament
All right, we're back here. We're about to start the second quarter. Fairview with a 15-1 lead right now. Cold Springs needs to get a stop here and get a basket to kind of pull it back. Fairview come back in with their starters again, brought them back in. Three-point attempt up, no good. Rebound by Fairview's number 2 inside, but he was fouled. That's going to be Nicholas Gregory with the rebound. Foul's going to be on number 24 for Cold Springs. That's Hank Harrison. Steal by Cold Springs on the inbounds pass by number 12, Clayton Terry.
It's like the worst foul in basketball. Why do you foul 85 feet or 80 feet from the goal? I don't know.
Exactly.
And I'm sure Coach will let him know that too. Yeah, Coach Springs got to get a little something going here because you don't want it to get too far out. A good drive.
Good drive all the way to the basket. Number 30 for Cold Springs, that's Landon Bishop with a big basket. He's got all 3 of Cold Springs' points right now.
That's a nice drive.
Fairview weaving the ball. Good drive. Kick to the corner. No, he took his eye off of it for a second. He's looking to get a shot up. Fairview's being patient with the ball. Cold Springs matching up here. Good post inside. And he bobbles it. Cold Springs swarms it. Good block there on the inside. Rebound by number 24, Hank Harrison. Cold Springs getting the ball to their point guard. Fairview playing good defense. They switch it off inside. Antonio went for the ball. Good hustle by Cold Springs. They try to bat it back in. Fairview's got it heading the other direction. Number 12, Carson Jones. Jones' shot's up, no good. Rebound by Cold Springs. Mason Gable. Gable's pushing the ball.
Probably should have tried to push that on in a little bit.
Fairview with big hustle. They bat the ball away. It's going to be a jump ball between 2. They let up good there. It's going to be Cold Springs ball throwing in.
Well, I can say the referees are letting them go at it pretty good.
They're letting them play. Right now coming in Jaden Allred for Zane Brown for Cold Springs. Couple of the guys you can see that hadn't been out of the game. This long court will take its toll on you a little bit running it.
You know, and I don't know how much further it is, maybe 8 or 10 feet.
It's about 10 feet longer.
But which is amazing. You know, I guess until you play on it, 10 feet's a lot.
It is over and over again. Good board and a rebound put back by number 30, Landon Bishop. Again, Bishop's got all 5 points for Cold Springs. It's 12-5 lead, 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Number 2.
Good post up. Good post up.
Good recognition right there. He saw that he had a size advantage, but what was more impressive, they threw the ball inside.
Yeah, somebody else saw it besides him, right?
Yeah, that was a good basket there by Nicholas Gregory. Too many times you see it and I see it that we have mismatches, but the kids don't notice it on the court, and they don't go in there, you know.
I think they get so focused on this is the play I have to run. I've got to run this play, and that's not part of it. But, you know, we played the other night and lost, but there was a couple of situations we had some guys with big height advantages, and we just didn't take advantage of it.
Right. All right, well, right now we're going to go to a 30-second timeout. All right, we're back right now, starting in here in the midway through the second quarter. It's Fairview leading 17-5. Cold Springs is pushing the ball up. They look to get a 3 up. Shots up, no good. Rebound by Gambrell. Right now, 17-5. Fairview looking to extend their lead. Fairview hadn't scored a whole lot in this quarter.
No, but I'm going to be honest with you, they didn't put many shots up. I think Cold Springs' defense has been pretty solid. They've made a few mistakes offensively, but
right. Shots up from the corner.
Oh.
No good, in and out. Rebound by Cold Springs, Mason Gable.
Oh, good pass.
He ups it.
Oh, that's a good look.
Good look, but Terry was trying to make that extra pass across, took his eye off of it, and lost it out of bounds. So Fairview's going to be throwing the ball in, going the length of the court. Cold Springs is not putting full court pressure. They're backing on up here.
Again, I think wear and tear on your body of this court, the length of this court, you gotta save it when you can.
Well, if you'll notice, Cold Springs got that number 24 for them hadn't been in and out. Hank Harrison hadn't been out a whole lot,
right.
But he's playing down low. He's running length of the court over and over again. It gets you. He's lost his shoe again.
That's twice. Yeah, I go back to that. Dwayne Adams would have got us good if that had happened.
And would do a lesson on tying your shoes after he ran you. After he ran you.
Yeah, you might run barefoot for a little bit, but you'd have worn those shoes back on.
All right, coming in the game right now for Cold Springs, number 14 is Tucker Philbick. Looking to get the ball in. Dead in the corner. Gambrel with a tip.
I get a little handsy sometimes. Drives me crazy.
Going to be a hand check, what you just mentioned there. You know, and when you used to call, but even like when we played, they wouldn't let you put your hand on people at all. Hardly.
No.
You know, it was a foul. You had to move your feet because, you did all the sliding drills and all that, but you couldn't hand check. Now, in church ball, when we got old, we hand checked.
Well, that's because we're so old and slow.
And slow and out of shape.
But the game has changed so much. These kids are so much more athletic. I mean, I think there was some phenomenal teams that came through when I was playing ball and after but these kids are so athletic now.
Well, and that's the same thing, and I think they get so much more out of their ability. They play so much travel ball, different things. Look at your football with the 7-on-7s, skill camps, quarterback camps, things they're going to. It's crazy. Like your softball, your baseball players. Got the first free throw there, Cold Springs. That was number 1, Zane Brown. It's his first point of the night. Going to be a violation on the Eagles. If you're out there watching this game right now, and we want you to give a shout-out again to all of the sponsors. They've made this possible, made it free for everybody. And, again, if you got any comments or you want us to give you a shout-out, let Mr. Gambrel know.
Yeah,
let Mr. Gambrel know.
That would be H. Yearwood at ccboe.org. Okay, so that I would respond to any sent to that address. So, like you say, I know that there's a lot of people that put a lot of work into this to get this going on, and I don't know how much you've mentioned Ty Watwood's name, but he's put a lot of time into this and effort. And
Josh Winfrey with a good rebound there, but they tied it up, but they hit him in the eye. He caught him. He can't go. He's needing out for a second. They caught him, but again, he's going to go down and probably go to our trainers a little bit. Again, thank you to Encore Sports for providing the sports medicine trainers for our county and our district. That's y'all's.
That's our lady. She's unbelievable. She's not just a trainer. Lindsay's not just a trainer. She's part of every program that we have at our school.
Well, y'all have Lindsay. She's that way. We have Donna. They're really a part of our staffs now.
Oh, it's incredible, yeah.
And one thing that we have, and I don't know that y'all do it at Fairview, though, we have a lot of student trainers at ours, and it's been a good thing. And it takes a load off them. As many sports as we have, a lot of them can help do a lot of the taping and different things, and we probably have about 10 kids that work with them, and it's been a really good thing.
Yeah, we don't have that, but you go back to all the sports that we have. I mean, I know that y'all even have like a dance team. We don't have that, but that's something else to have to worry about, just adding little things for our kids to do.
Yep, have JV cheerleaders, varsity cheerleaders, dance team, and so that's a lot of activities to cover.
Yeah. So
a good basket right there for the Eagles, the super basket on the left-handed layup. Right now, 17-8. I believe that was Gable with that basket.
I was too busy talking. I guess why I'm an amateur. Oh, good move.
Good move
Bradley.
right there. Smith with the basket there.
But it seems like Coach Springs is picking the tempo up.
Going to be called for the offensive foul. Hey, but you like to see that from Fairview's guy, the Smith.
Yeah, just scored a basket and
then he hustles back.
Yeah. Well, we just kind of go ahead and throw the ball in. I guess the referee really didn't need to touch it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's 19-8 right now. Three-point attempt up. And good. That's deep three.
That's his third?
It is his third three. Will Bailey with a deep three. That one right there would have been your college distance and then some. That would have been NBA.
Right.
A three-point attempt up by the Eagles. No good.
Maybe a little bit of a foul there.
Going to be called, Bradley Smith going to be called for the reach in there. Going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Zane Brown going to be shooting a 1-and-1 for the Eagles.
But it seems to me that Coach Springs have a little more success when they push it. I mean, I just think.
I think Fairview's defense has been so good when they're running a half-court set. I think they're better in transition. Just try to get a shot up.
Catch them off, not to catch them off guard, but just pushing, using their abilities.
Yep. Right now, Fairview's got 8 fouls and Cold Springs 6. So any fouls, they're going to go to the free throw line. Chance to cut it. Smith. He hits the ball but can't pull it down. Rebound by number 12 for Cold Springs. That's Clayton Terry.
Oh, good move right there. Did get him for a walk?
Got him with a walk.
Maybe why that was a good move, but it's still a good move.
He had a good pivot, but then he picked it back up after he stepped through.
I think Bradley missed that last layup of that rebound, one of them, because I think he had his hands wrapped around the other guy.
He did. He was holding him with the right arm and had one arm on it.
Yeah, so, you don't expect so much.
I don't know about you, but he was going to that basket with that ball. Rebound by number 12, Clayton Terry for Cold Springs.
Yeah, if he had just finished it, he was there too.
You can see the good crossover, but he loses it. Good hustle by Bailey. Number 11 for Fairview with the ball. That's Gavin Pace. Crossover.
I figure he'll pull
Shot
that
goes
too.
up deep.
Oh, my goodness. He's on fire.
Bailey, again, that's about his 4th or 5th three of the night. Violation, stepped in. It's a dangerous point right now for Cold Springs. It's 25-8. It's 17 points. You want to try to chip it down to about 12 points if you can, but right now, if it goes over 20, that's a big deficit.
It's hard to come back then, and what they need to do is,
basket there by number 11. Gavin Pace with a 2-point basket in the lane. Super job. Fairview still full court press to try to get it right here.
He needs to push that ball. He needs to go ahead and go. There you go.
Pull up jumper. Good.
Still, I'll take that shot all day.
20 seconds to go. Fairview with the ball. 18 seconds. Fairview's going to probably be taking it down for the last shot. Smith wants the ball inside. He had a size advantage there. 8 seconds to go.
I think he wants to shoot a three.
Oh,
good
nice
look.
cut
Good
by
look
Frost.
Yeah, that's a good look.
And that's going to take us to the halftime right now. Fairview 29 and Cold Springs 8. We're going to go to the halftime, and we're going to go to a word from our sponsors.
Matt Gentry here. I just want to take a moment and wish all the teams in the county tournament good luck and God bless. I'm Cullman County Sheriff Matt Gentry.
And I'm District Judge Rusty Turner.
What we're talking about today is vaping. It's unhealthy, dangerous, and we're going to work to keep it out of our Cullman County schools.
Beginning this school year, if you're caught vaping, the consequences are even tougher. On a first offense, not only will you find yourself in alternative school, but now you will be sentenced to community service, 16 hours just for taking one puff. There are also fines or court costs, so as you can see, we're serious.
We are working alongside Superintendent Dr. Barnett, and we're going to keep our schools healthy and keep it in a safe learning environment so we can keep vaping out of our schools.
If you're vaping, we want to help you to quit.
Now is the time to stop.
The 2022 Cullman County Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Jack's Western and Outdoor Wear, Huntsville Drug Company, and Freedom Insurance, Gloria Williams agent.
Well, all right, welcome back. Right now, again, we're at halftime. It's still 5 minutes to go. Mr. Gamble, they got us on a camera right here now.
Oh, that's enjoyable.
So I'll turn it a little bit here.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
It gets more of you.
Yeah, that way our viewers' numbers will go up.
Well, again, right now at halftime, Fairview with a big lead. You know, Cold Springs going to come out, try to cut it a little bit in this third quarter, try to make a game out of it. But, you know, I know this week, y'all, we've been on remote learning the last couple of days. Your school and our school both was kind of affected with, a pretty high percentage of kids being out with COVID or just being out in general.
Right.
But, some people are saying, well, you're playing basketball, you're doing those things. I told them that it wasn't that we couldn't have school because of students, but when we had about 10 teachers out of my faculty of about 30, and I know you had several teachers out.
Right. I had 12 out. I had 12 out Friday, and I know it is an inconvenience for parents, and I completely understand. But the problem is now is even transportation. I mean, just shortage of bus drivers when they get sick. So there's so many factors that go into to play when you make those decisions. I said, I know it's tough being a principal at times. I certainly want to be Mr. Barnett. You're making decisions for everybody.
Yeah, always with it, and that's a difficult thing. And then one thing right now with the lunchrooms, I know there's been about 3 lunchrooms that almost had to completely shut down because they had sickness go through them. And if y'all don't know that, you have to end up feeding breakfast and lunch to be able to have school at a place.
Right,
so
right.
that's been a challenge. I know there's been several people from central office that's went out to different places to help, try to cover some classes. I listen to Rick and Bubba all the time, and Adler's a guy that's on their radio show, and he was talking about his wife as a teacher and the superintendent that was watching her class because they had been exposed. But, the biggest thing that our kids need to realize, and parents, again, like Mr. Gamble said, it is a difficulty when people would work trying to, have someone to watch their kids, especially the younger level.
Right.
High school sometimes can stay by themselves. But we're still having a struggle with our kids when we go remote learning. It's not vacation days.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And assignments have been made. The kids are responsible for those assignments, and that's what we're trying to emphasize and get out there to our kids.
Right. And I'll tell you what, I know that we got an email out, I think, from Dr. Barnett Friday, or it may have been out to everybody. Listen, Thursday and Friday from a principal standpoint, it's pretty easy.
Right.
I hate those days. I want the kids there, and I assure you the teachers want the kids there. There's the greatest value is face-to-face learning. And, studies show that. We can talk about all the research and data, but what it comes down to is, when you're there every day, that the kids, that it's better for them. And, and it just puts stability and consistency in their lives. So, I promise you when we go to virtual days, if you go into the doors of Fairview, we don't have a party going on and everybody dancing around. I mean, they're still working, but I assure you they'd much rather have the kids there.
Yeah, and our teachers, right now it's a challenging time being a teacher. You're having several students out in your class. You've got to have still the personal motivation to teach while you still got a large amount of people out. Then you got makeup work trying to come in, trying to go ahead with new lessons, trying to catch up people, trying to do kids that are on put their assignments in their own COVID exposure. There's so many things like that's out there. And so I just want to shout out to all of our teachers out there, our support staff, and appreciate them. Right now we have our Cold Springs they're doing a great job. We appreciate them.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of times these cheerleaders, they go unnoticed sometimes. But I promise you, they put in a lot of time, a lot of hours, and sometimes things that can maybe goes unappreciated. But they're top notch. They do a great job.
Yep. And again, our camera operator was Ty Watwood. We appreciate him. All the hard work. Again, what goes into this tournament and the broadcast, don't know how many people are out there actually watching today. Please pass the word along about this, and I'm going to get a word to our principals and different ones. Put that out on our social media, everything you can, because we need people to tune in and watch because our sponsors need to know that their advertising was helping out. And, again, we appreciate them.
Yeah, my mother is at home. She was going to come and watch Antonio play tonight, but just cold weather, and, she was one of these that COVID got her hard and heavy. So I hope she figured it out that she can watch him. I've been sending her to those sites and everything, so hopefully she's watching.
Maybe so. And, again, if you are watching, you know how to get there, but you may help some friends out if they don't. And Cold Springs tries to be aggressive with the ball, goes in right off the bat, and it's going to be a steal for Fairview's Nicholas Gregory.
And a steal bat for Cold
Springs by number 3. Goes in, misses the left-handed layup. That was Matt Williams. Right now, Fairview's pushing the ball. Antonio's three-point attempts up, no good. And the rebound, the putback by Fairview, no good. Now it's going to be tied up for a jump.
Fairview ball.
Aggie's going to be throwing in the ball underneath. Hank Harrison right there with a rebound and a putback, but he was telling Coach he couldn't jump because they were holding on to him. Coach was getting on him, but they had a hold of him, I believe.
Extra weight.
That time, double dribble. Cold Springs ball.
Yeah, Cold Springs got to take advantage of these turnovers.
Yeah, if they're going to make a run, they're going to have to do it in this first part of the third quarter. Can't wait too long before they cut into the lead. 5 seconds count. That's good defense by Fairview in the full court to 9.
Yeah, but it goes back. They've got to take advantage, so that's just a missed opportunity. Oh, he's got him there.
Good cut to the basket.
Roll.
Shots up, no good. Gambrel with a rebound, put back.
Good put back.
Antonio with his basket there underneath the goal. Cold Springs pushing it like you said. Good look right there.
Right.
Number 5 for Cold Springs with the basket, Mason Gable. Bailey with the drive. Good kick out right there. Three-point attempt up and good. Bailey set that one up good.
That's a nice kick out.
Right there for Nicholas Gregory with a 3. Fairview going to be called with that foul, and there goes that foul back that far away.
Yeah, and my thing is just move your feet. You know, they just got, once again, handsy. We talked about that earlier. So just move your feet, make it work.
Antonio trying to cut him off.
But he was handsy. Did you notice that, how handsy he was?
They force a shot that goes off the top of the backboard, so that's out at that time. We have Ty Watwood over there operating some of our cameras around. They're now moving the ball around. Bailey driving to the basket hard. He kicks back out to Gambrell. Gambrell's 3 up and good.
He got it.
Antonio's feeling it now.
Yeah, I think he's getting a little excited about things right now. There you go. That time he moved his feet.
Almost with a steal now. Cold Springs is in transition. They kick it. Three-pointer attempt in the corner, no good. Rebound again inside, no good. Now
Probably
here goes Fairview in transition.
He's got a good break out there.
24 did a good job running the court. They're letting them play right here.
Yeah, they are.
And it's in the same both ways. You know,
right.
Both sides, they were letting them play. Fairview did a good job coming back in transition that time. 39-10, Fairview. Antonio knocks it away. But number 12 gets called with a foul there for Cold Springs. Hustling, but it's Clayton Terry.
Yeah, but that's just a hustle foul. I'm just saying some of this stuff, you know, as a coach, I'm probably not too upset with the kid that's getting after it pretty good.
Yeah. And coach told him that's okay. You know, it's good hustle. You know, Antonio's improved a lot from last year to this year.
Yeah, he has. You know, again, just knowing his background like I do, he's in certain situations not played a lot of organized sports.
It's going to be an offensive foul right then.
I think cutting through, I think the guy had position, so just kind of caught him off guard. I don't think it was intentional.
No, he beat him to a spot
right.
As he was cutting. He just got him. All right, driving to the basket, looking for the transition. Good defense by Fairview, cut it off. Good steal.
Cold Springs they're moving the ball well. They're getting down the court. Just a mistake here and there, and it's just getting them.
And a good job drawing the charge right there by number 1 for Cold Springs. That's Zane Brown. He stayed in there to draw it. A lot of times you don't see people drawing the charges anymore.
No, that hurts, so I admire him for that. And our guy went in a little out of control. But, you know, hey, good defense, and nothing wrong with being aggressive offensively either.
Antonio with the steal, going coast to coast. And he puts it in for a basket. He's got 7 big points right here in this third quarter.
Yeah, he's becoming a machine. I know his daddy will be happy.
He backed him down inside there with a miss. Good rebound. Antonio's going to be called with the foul there.
Yeah, usually when you take your arm from a highest point and drag it all the way down, you're going to get a call like that.
We got a guy on our varsity, and I won't call his name. Last night he landed on top of a guy, and he held his arms up like I didn't even touch him. And the guy, he's on top of his head.
I think that's just in us because I probably did the same thing.
Yeah, me too. All right, Fairview coming with the big subs here. As you called them, most of them the football bunch.
Football guys, yeah. But, you know, Fairview's got a little bit of an advantage here that they're running 5 in, 5 out, and there's not a tremendous drop-off or anything in either group. So, on a big court, it has to help you.
Well, I've always said this, and I was a JV coach for a long time before I was a varsity coach. Fairview and West Point has an advantage a lot of times in JVs. we have more kids, so sometimes a kid might be a 10th grader or 11th grader, and they're kind of a backup player.
Right.
But they can play on the JV team.
Right. Right.
Okay, well, other schools are having to move up an 8th grader, 9th grader sometimes to a varsity team. So Cold Springs has got some young kids up that's playing right now. And, we'll move up a 9th grader or a 10th grader every once in a while, 10th graders, but a lot of times our 9th graders do play down on the JV.
You're right.
Hey, it's a
Nice shot.
Good shot.
look.
Again, number 5 for Cold Springs. That's Mason Gable with a big 3. Gable's got about 7 other points for him. In transition,
He's about scored
3
everything
again.
early. There you go.
Another
Take it
big 3.
Listen, I'm just going to let him shoot every time he touches the ball.
Coach Fulmer called a timeout. So we're going to have a timeout. We're going to go now to a break.
That's Mr. Elrod's son, Principal at Parkside.
Got you.
Yeah.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's over there. I see him with his arms up.
All right,
Yes,
well, right now, 41-17 Fairview with 2:32 to go. We're getting some messages, people tuning in, watching the game. Mr. Elrod, his son's trying to get on there. Easton's trying to be able to watch it, so if he gets on there, we'd like to give him a shout-out.
Yeah, I see him sitting there. He may end up behind us here in a little bit. Hey, I'm going to tell you something about our officials. Watching what I have tonight, good attitudes.
Yes.
Cutting up with the kids, working with the kids, and that's not always the case with some officials. But some of these games tonight have not been very close. So I know from an official standpoint it's challenging, but their attitudes are just it makes the game better.
Yes. And, I know it's a JV game. You wonder, will that still be the same as it kind of goes in some of the varsity levels? It ramps up a little bit. But we're, speaking of going into the varsity games, the boys and the girls all the way around, I think there's a lot of teams that have a chance to win this tournament.
Oh, some years there's a clear-cut number one.
Right.
And I think our varsity boys are seeded one, but it's so competitive. It's not like you're going to look at them and go, well, everybody's playing for second. That's not the case. There's a lot of teams that can grab a county championship this year.
Well, and it's been a season of runs. Like y'all had a great record going for a while there and didn't lose any games there, but then y'all hit a little spurt. You had some injuries and some different things that took place, and y'all lost a few.
Yep.
Good Hope started off great. They had a little run where they lost a few games. Well, now they've won about 6 in a row.
Right.
So I don't know going into the tournament. I think there's a lot of teams that can. Our team, we've had some ups and downs, but we've won 2 big area games and tied for first in our area with a coin toss. So you just never know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Fairview with a timeout there. Coach Martin, again, he wasn't happy with it. So we're going to go to another 30-second timeout. Oh, it's full timeout. We were talking about the varsity boys tournament. You've got Cold Springs. When you've got Tim Willoughby, You're always going to have it, and they've got one of the best teams in big guys inside.
Oh, yeah.
Hansville.
Right.
You know, they were ranked in the state some during this season and got a team that's very athletic, and they can do it. Then Holly Pond's won a few games coming right down the stretch here that had some big wins. And Vinemont.
Salazar with a nice shot right there.
Big shot. That's a deep three by Salazar. You know, and Vinemont they beat y'all recently.
Yes.
So you don't know going into the first games who's going to win, really.
Right. I mean, like I say, right now, and I think this court helps equalize a lot of things. You know, there's absolutely zero home court advantage.
Three-point attempt again.
Oh,
good rebound
boards,
inside.
Good boards.
It goes again.
Good steal down low, but he hit those boards well.
When you talk about that, playing on this big court, good shot up.
Oh.
That one right there, guy stood in there. We got a replay of it. Let's see what we think right here. Yeah, we missed it, didn't we?
Man, that was a magic moment right there. Listen, she called what she saw. Sometimes the game gets faster than the officials, and they maybe get out of position.
Well, I think that was the key. She was over by Coach and didn't have the straight look at it, and it did look like, but where we were at, we had a great angle. We had a better look. Now, I'm going to tell you, he's doing a good job inside of posting up, number 22 for Cold Springs.
Right. That's the last 2 times down the trip. The court, his posting up has got him somewhere, so he's doing well.
It's Josh Winfrey. I guarantee he's probably kin to Andrew Winfrey, that because their family's from there. Good steal by 11. Good. Shots up, no good. Ball goes off of Cold Springs. Going to be Fairview's ball.
What I'm not used to is all of my kinfolk are from the mountain at Cold Springs, and I've not seen a Goodwin, a Senior, a Johnson. I mean, it's amazing. I'm looking at some of these names. God, some of these kids must have moved in.
Cold Springs does have a lot of different families moving in the lake down there. Has the lake not just exploded in that area?
It's crazy.
Oh, good no-look pass by Smith.
Good look.
And a great catch in there. That's by Gavin Pace there. 47-17. All right, that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Fairview 47, Cold Springs 17.
Fairview 47, Cold Springs 17.
It'll be the third hot clock of the night, won't it?
All right, we're back here to start the fourth quarter. Fairview 47, Cold Springs 17. For those of you not aware, when it's a 30-point lead, there is a hot clock that runs continuously.
If he hits that, I should say he's been on fire tonight.
Fairview pushing the ball up the court. 3-point attempt up. He's been hot tonight, and
he
again.
shot the ball well tonight, too.
Will Bailey, sophomore. Ooh. Bailey is a good shooter.
Yeah, he shot well tonight.
That was a bad play.
I almost got a foul out of that just falling, though.
He is hustling. He went into it, but I was glad that his legs didn't stay there.
Yeah.
Cold Springs putting a little pressure there. Fairview's just content to run some clock right here. Try to get a good look. Kick to the corner.
Yeah, now's the time you really want to work on a few things. You know, whether it's ball control, making sure you're getting great shots off.
Good drive
look,
by
good drive, yeah.
Bailey again.
He's had a good night.
I don't have the score totals in front of us, but Bailey is probably leading tonight.
Yeah, I would think so.
He's hit about 5 threes, and I know several other baskets, so he's getting close to the 20-point mark tonight. There's Powers it up inside again.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what, he's not made many shots, but I like the way he posts up down low. He uses his body well. Ooh, got him down low if it look.
Oh, it stays after it. And Gambrell with the basket again inside.
I'd like to say that was a fake dribble or something, but I think he lost it and got it back.
Three-pointer up, no good. Ball's batted around. Cold Springs with a steal.
Sometimes just clear the ball. You don't have to dribble out immediately. Just clear the ball. Let everything go past you. Right there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You know, when the traffic's around you, just can't run through the middle of them. Gambrell with a big three. He's trying to give Tucker a run for his money tonight, isn't he?
I think he is. Oh, nice
good job right there.
Nice drive.
Great drive, coast to coast there. Matt Williams for Cold Springs with a big basket.
Here's the ball control. Body control there was good. That stuff I was talking about a while ago, working the ball, I think we forgot that.
Yeah, well, when your center now is playing in the corner, he's thinking three-point basket.
Exactly right.
Shots up, no good. Rebound, but he goes back and gets the rebound down low again. Now, he's fixing to go coast to coast.
Look at it.
Coach told him to back it out.
I think Coach Fulmer shut that down. Now, listen, if he hits this one, what? Oh, my goodness, what a night. Good board.
Good board
body.
right there, put back in by Landon Smith.
A good look, just too hard. Good look.
Fairview's content right now, 56-19, 3:25 to go. They're just moving the ball well. Cold Springs still getting after it. Oh, that was a good job.
That was planned, but he went with it.
Well, they were looking to cross around him, and he was going to hand the ball. They forgot the guy they were guarding.
Forgot the guy with the ball.
That was kind of one of the Globetrotters. When we grew up, you had the Globetrotters playing. Remember when he would hide the ball and he would act like he would fake it both ways? And then,
was that Curly? That's Meadowlark Lemon.
Yes.
Or no, that was Goose. What was his name? Goose something.
I don't remember,
so
but
sad.
When we only had about 3 stations on Wide World of Sports, they would come on there.
Listen, look forward. The kids don't know what they miss.
Of course, it told you about my sixth sense of humor, the thrill of victory, but I love the agony of defeat guy.
When he came off the ski slope?
When he came off the ski slope.
Yes.
Hey, great drop step there, and to put in the good job. Coach Fulmer's bringing the whole group in again, subs again. Smith with a big basket again inside. He's had several in this one. Cold Springs got a couple of guys in that hadn't been in. Jack Kilgo's in.
Now, I wonder if Jack Kilgo is kin to Buddy Kilgo. You know, Buddy was at Cold Springs for a long time.
I guarantee the Kilgos, he's probably kin.
Yeah,
They may not be
right.
his kin, but he's kin.
That's what I said a while ago. The Kilgos, Goodwins, Calverts, Sinyards.
Well, right now, 58-19, 2:11 to go. They called timeout just to get guys in the game, and didn't really need to talk to them.
I'll give the coach from Cold Springs, you know, even in a situation where you're down a significant amount, he's coaching.
Yep.
And that's a quality that a lot of people don't have. But, I mean, these are teachable moments for these kids. He's not backing down and getting everything out of them that he can.
Basketball's so big in their community and, you know, their tradition they have. We talked about the boys tournament coming up. The girls, you know, there's some good teams in the county, but I'd have to say going in, Good Hope being one of the top-ranked teams in the state, and they're tough. I don't think they have a county loss, do they?
I don't think so. Yeah, they've got from a competing school standpoint, doggone, they're young.
They are. Yeah.
He's got listen, they built a program there. So they should be proud of that, and I know they are. And again, they're going to be hard to beat when the varsity girls hit the court.
They will. But, and who knows? You never know what's going to happen. And with the COVID year, you just don't know who's going to play.
Yeah, you may not have the same girls
Yep.
Tuesday. I know all of our players are masked up. They don't go anywhere without a mask on.
Good.
Jameson had a good move there.
Good basket there by Jamison inside. Jamison Goebel with a 60-19. Yeah, our kids are doing the same. They don't, ours did that a lot in football. Now, I know yours had to have in football this year with y'all's season. You couldn't afford to have somebody have to be out for contact tracing or anything.
Yeah, and like I say, that is it's crazy. These guys have now dealt with this for a couple of years. So, we kind of got away for a little bit. Things went down.
Yep.
And then now we have them mask up.
Well, I think what's going to happen to everybody out there listening, if you are, it's a time of runs. We have a little uptick after Thanksgiving, and it kind of calmed back down. Then we had an uptick after Christmas.
Right.
I think after we come back, I think our numbers are going to continue to come back down. And the good news about it is if scientists and people are right a little bit, maybe we've had more that's actually had it, maybe the Omicron variant or whatever, but supposedly immunity,
right.
can come from it. So maybe it's going to be something that we will see, die back out a little bit.
I'll give you that. Coach Springs not stopping. I love it. I like just the attitude. I'm not sure why we're trying to foul. Well, I think we may be trying to foul for some reason. I'm not for sure why that we're even down there.
Coach is telling
back,
me,
yeah,
back call.
I think he was doing that. So.
Cold Springs
Yeah,
three-point attempt up. It's
Short.
no good. Rebound.
Good
He'll
look
go.
right there.
Oh. All right, that's going to be our final score, 60-19. We appreciate you guys joining us here for the Cullman County Tournament JV action. We're going to be back Monday night. We're going to be here with some varsity games. And now we're going to be remembering, y'all tell our sponsors how much you appreciate them. And I appreciate Mr. Gamble being here to join us.
I appreciate it.
And we look forward to a big week of tournaments. And